Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's video. I love you all and miss you so much, my dreamy dreamers. Thank you all for your patience with me. I've been traveling around the world literally and I'm back. I'm back now. So, thank you so much for your patience and your grace and your love and your support. Today's reading is a pick a card on who you're transforming into after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. This is a must watch reading, y'all. This is a must watch reading because this is going to be the last full lunar eclipse that we experience until the next 8 years. So you all will want to stay tuned. For this reading, we have 4 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 4, we have I believe this is the Lepidolite crystal, okay? With the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. Pile number 2, we have the Sunflower Agate crystal with the Herb Crafters Tarot deck. Pile number 3, we have this Labradorite crystal with the Wandering Star Tarot deck. And last but certainly not least, pile number 4, we have the Amazonite crystal with the Sun and the Moon Tarot deck, okay? So I'm gonna give you all like 30 seconds to meditate on your pile, okay? Okay, I wasn't counting, but I hope that was enough time, y'all. So again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your pile selection. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Lepidolite crystal. I believe this is a Lepidolite crystal. I got this a long time ago, and I think I got it, I don't know, after a breakup or something. I forgot. But this is the Lepidolite crystal, and it says emotional healing eases stress and calms anxiety. So I feel like you're being transformed into, or your personality is going to be more like go with the flow. It's going to be less anxious, or you're going to feel less anxiety around you post this lunar eclipse, because when it comes to Taurus, Taurus is all about grounding and stability and ease. So you're going to be experiencing a lot of that, especially when it comes to probably your finances, right? You're not going to be as stressed out about work or finances. It's almost like you're going to get an energy boost when doing these things, right? So yeah, so let's pull your 10 cards. I'll place your crystal right here. So let's pull the 10 cards. I was debating on whether or not I was going to do the oracle cards first, but let's do the Celtic cross spread, okay, first. So thank you, God, thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for our pile number 1s, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages. Who will pile number 1s be after this lunar eclipse? Who will they be transformed into after this lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1s. Who are our pile number 1s becoming after this? Wow. So y'all seen this. We have Uzumi with the full card, first card out the deck. So I'm going to shuffle these up, guys, and I'm going to take the popping card. So if you want to fast forward, you definitely can. But yeah. Thank you. Who will our pile number 1s be after this full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? I'm getting a lot more observant and a lot more receptive. I know the mother so sorry, we have the Mother of Fire, regeneration, and then the Mother of Seas, perception. But I don't know why the Mother of Seas just look very receptive, like calming. Hello, as oh sorry, can't show. Calming as all heck, right? Very calm. So very relaxed, like your crystal would have presumed, okay? And look, we have the Two of Earth with cycles, which, you know, was giving that, which I said earlier with the crystal, okay? I'm thinking about only pulling 5 cards. Wondering whether I should or not. Because I feel like this is just giving your story, but I'm going to pull another 5. Tell us more, Spirit. Thank you. Tell us more clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 1s. Who are pile number 1s becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? Card number 5. You're going to be oh, this is a Taurus trait too. People are not going to be able to manipulate you, pile number 1s, at all. I'm going to save what I have to say about that though, because yeah, I'm going to just save that. One more card, Spirit. One more card for our pile number 1s. Thank you. Okay. Lovely energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have Athena with the Chariot, card number 7. For some of you all, this might be your 7-year. Oh my goodness, we're actually entering the 7 year number 7, I guess, numerologically speaking, next year, because this year is the 6th year. So some of you all's year might be 7. You know, I don't know if you know how to do that. Like if you know like your life path number, you tally up the numbers in your birthday and your birth year, right? So your birth month, birthday, and your birth year, you tally that up, and then if it's 2 digits, right? And I think if it turns out 2 digits, you add that up again, and then you want to get a single digit. But for your year, like what year am I in? For your own individual self, you will do your birth month, day, and then the year that you want to know. What is your current year? So yeah, let's begin. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Athena with Chariot. You're moving forward, and I feel like you're charging towards your destiny. You're charging towards the things that you want. Full steam ahead, pile number 1s. You are really this warrior. You know what I'm saying? You are really this warrior. You have really taken on this persona of, like, let's say an Athena, right? And you go and you get what you want, right? Like I said earlier, especially with the what is it? What crystal was that? The Lepidolite crystal. Emotional healing eases stress and calms anxiety, because it's almost like you're not going to feel much anxiety at all, you know? Post this the full lunar eclipse in Taurus, or if you do feel it, you'll know how to cope better with your anxiety, right? Or with your stress, right? You'll know the things to do. You'll be able to self-soothe, right? So let's begin. Let me list the cards for y'all. You have the Fool, card number 0, with Izumi. You have the Mother of Fire with regeneration, Mother of Seas with perception. You have the Two of Earth with cycles. You have the Moon with Ichel. What is the Moon? Card number 18. You have Yemaya Oracle, card number 9, which is excuse me, my goodness. You have card number 9, Yemaya with the Oracle, which is a Hermit card. You also have card number 5, the 5 of Earth, which is the 5 of Pentacles with manipulation. You have Kali with the Death card, card number 13. You have card number 3, Kion Yin, the Empress, and then you have then you have the 7 of Seas with denial. Okay, so things are gonna pick up too in your life, pile number 1s, because I'm talking really fast. I haven't had any coffee at all, and I was like, even before doing this reading, I'm like, am I gonna be able to do this reading? But yes, so I'm talking really fast. It's giving chariot energy, right? And it's interesting because Athena is riding on these horses, and these horses are raring to go. So I feel like your life is gonna pick up its pace as well after this post this lunar eclipse in Taurus, and you probably feel that way. And it's ironic as well because Taurus is like kind of like a laissez-faire energy when it comes to doing things, right? They're more like, dare I say, they have the capacity to be a little lazy, but they work hard so that they can be lazy, if that makes sense. So yeah, so let's begin. We're gonna do the Celtic cross spread. I'm gonna start with card number 1 and end with card number 10. So in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have Uzumi, card number 0 with the Fool. You're ready for a brand new start. It's almost like you're ready to celebrate too. You're ready to celebrate this brand new beginning that is commencing in your life right now, pile number 1, okay? Green could be your color uh, post this Taurus lunar eclipse or going into 2023, okay? So green could be your color. It could have always been your color, right? Not even like after this lunar eclipse. You just might gravitate more towards green, and green is very healing, very medicinal, right? Very tranquil and stuff like that. Green represents money as well, if you think about it in that way. So green represents, kind of like earthiness and things of that nature. So, you could be connecting to all of those all of that, right? In the blockage/challenge position, it's interesting because we have the Mother of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands with regeneration. Again, it's funny because in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have the Fool, right? Which is all about commencing in new beginnings and yada, yada, yada. But in the blockage/challenge position, and y'all kind of know how I feel about the terminology when it comes to the Celtic cross blockage/challenge position. I know I've heard that really the 2 first cards, it could be deemed as, the second card could be deemed as blockage/challenge, or it could just be the crux, right? The 2 cards insinuate the crux, the basically what the reading is all about, right? So it's almost like looking at a summary of a book, right? Or looking at the chapter title of a book, right? It's introducing you to what the book is about, or what the reading is about, right? So it's interesting because we have the full brand new beginnings and regeneration. So I have a feeling, pile number 1s, that y'all are just in this mode of regeneration. You're becoming a brand new person. And like I said earlier, you're becoming very objective in your thinking, right? And it's interesting because this is the Queen of Wands, right? So it's like, well, does that really even mean that? But no, but the Queen of Wands description naturally doesn't really mean that. But I'm just getting that, like the look in this person's eye is like, I'm seeing clearly. And even though I'm engulfed in fire, that's what's making me see clearly, right? So you have all this vigor, you have all this vitality, right? Because to me, that's what the fire suit represents to me is vitality, movement, right? So you could be doing a lot, but your eyes remain open, and the different portals in your body, especially your head. When I think of the Queen of Wands or the Mother of Fire, I obviously it's fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I think of Aries, and Aries rules the head. So I think it's real interesting that this person's head is just like, it's where everything is coming from, right? So I feel like you're very open, you're very receptive to knowledge and energy and downloads and things like that, but you're very objectively so. And when you look at the bottom, when it says 5 of Earth, manipulation, you're so open and aware of your surroundings. You're no longer being manipulated. This was the only card that came up in reverse when I was doing the pre-shuffle. So, and it's in Taurus, ironically enough. This card is in, is it Neptune in Taurus? Taurus is have the capacity to be a little manipulative. I have 2 Tauruses in my family. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But I feel like Tauruses kind of have the capacity to be a little manipulative. You know, that could be my own prejudice or opinion or whatever, you know. But I love Tauruses. I do. I'm not even prejudiced towards them. Maybe it's just I'm prejudiced towards my brother and my sister, you know, because they're older than me, and maybe it's just because I'm the youngest. You know, the youngest tend to get picked on more than more than anyone else. So, long story short, you're not having it. You're not having it after this lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So basically the Taurus energies could just be lingering onto you for the rest of this year into 2023, which is good. You know, that's why I love being a Pisces, because I feel like we're the amalgamation of all the signs. So certain things you can't get over on a Pisces, certain things Pisces just get, you know. But I digress. Let's move forward. So in the conscious goal position, we have the Mother of Seas, which is perception. Okay, Pisces, or this is representative of Pisces because you have the Pisces emblem at the bottom of the card. So I feel like your conscious goal is to, and it's interesting, right? Let me put down this wand. So we have the Mother Seas with perception, and then we have Kali with the Death card. And I think it's really interesting, pile number ones, because I feel like you are living your life to the fullest. You are living your life to the fullest now and after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, because your perception has opened up wide. Pile number one. I feel like you have reckoned with the idea of death, right? You have made peace with it, right? Look at how peaceful this Mother of Seas looks, you know? She looks so peaceful. And I feel like you have reckoned with certain endings in your life and you're okay with it, because as you understand, perception is life, right? What you perceive your life to be, then that's typically what it is. And what I'm getting is that you're no longer fearful of endings. You welcome them because you also understand that innately they usher in new beginnings, right? And it's interesting because we have both water signs. We have Pisces and then Scorpio. So also we are in Scorpio season, right? So you could be thinking a lot about the underworld. You could be thinking a lot about subconscious happenings, subconscious things, subconscious programmings, right? You could be psychoanalyzing yourself too about the idiosyncrasies that you experience within your psyche, within your own perception. Why do I perceive certain things the way that I perceive them, right? You're thinking very deeply post this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, which is ironically, or maybe it's not ironic at all, it's happening during Scorpio season, right? So completely, almost like polarized energies, right? But not really, because we all need each other. You know, every type of energy needs certain energy to bounce back off of. And I say that because think about it. Taurus is an earth sign, but what encompasses the earth? What washes over the earth? What replenishes the earth? It's water, right? So, and water, that's the beauty of water. Water is fluid. It's like Bruce Lee says, water can mold into any container that it's in. Be water, be fluid, be flexible, right? So in the, I think this is the unknown influence position, we have the Two of Earth, which is the Two of Pentacles. And I believe this is Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. So you already know that life goes in cycles, right? You already know that life is a forever cycle that almost like repeats itself and, you know, eats itself alive and regurgitates and then does the same thing all over again, right? with the Ouroboros here. And then at the bottom of that, we have Kian Yin with the Empress. So you could be thinking about your own, which is Taurus, or it doesn't have to be Taurus, but it's Venus energy, right? So Taurus or Libra. You could be thinking about the cycles in your own life, right? And how it has allowed you the abundance and the comfort and the space that you've needed, right? When you've trusted these cycles. Pile number ones, okay? Some of you could have your Venus be in Taurus or Libra, okay? But also what I'm getting is that in the unconscious influence position, or this might be unknown influence position. Yeah, this is either the unconscious influence position or the unknown influence position. Is that your life is the way it is so you can experience this beauty that you've been wanting, right? And Kian Yin sits on the lotus. So in the past, you might have been through some turbulent times, pile number ones, but those turbulent times have set you up for the grace that is about to really pour into your life post this lunar eclipse, this full moon lunar eclipse, okay? And it's interesting because we have in the past influence position, we have the moon, okay? So with Ichel. So I feel like there's been moon cycles galore happening. We just had a partial solar eclipse. What sign was it in? I forgot. It was while I was traveling though, I think. Was it? It was either a little before I was traveling or it was right when I was traveling. So I feel like the moon cycles are definitely aiding in certain things in your life, right? And you remember when I said the color green? Like green is your color. So you could be healing, or you could be a healer, or, you know, just dealing with a lot right now that you're kind of simultaneously healing from. Also, with the moon here, there might be certain things about these moon cycles that might be a little, how can I say it? I wanted to say insidious, but I don't want to say that. Like, illusion based, right? With the Seven of Cups here, because the Seven of Seas, we have denial. Sorry, I don't know if y'all can see that. Denial, right? And then we have the moon. So be conscientious, especially during the Scorpio season when it comes to the moon cycles. Be conscientious of the thoughts that you're getting and the thoughts that you entertain during this full moon lunar eclipse, because they could be bringing up repressed energy as well. But don't entertain anything that doesn't make you feel good, and don't entertain anything that leaves you feeling depleted or stressed or worried. I'm not saying don't come up with the solutions to solve your problems. That's like the opposite of what I'm saying, but don't entertain stress. Don't entertain rumination, right? Because Scorpios, the sign of Scorpio, I'm not saying Scorpios in and of themselves, but the sign of Scorpio is very deep and intense, right? So you could be feeling very deep and intense emotions. And I feel like you're able to transcend those emotions right now, pile number ones, okay? So in the approaching influence position, we have Yemaya, the Oracle. So I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of time alone. You could be spending a lot of time in water as well, or around water. So when I say that, I mean like sea salt baths. I mean like even praying in baths, right? Or setting intentions when you do your baths, right? Like setting the intentions, placing the intentions when you're doing your salt baths, right? And I feel like there is really going to cleanse you of worry or rumination or very heightened subconscious thoughts or programming, right? Yeah, So it's interesting. So this is your talents and inner resources. I believe this is the position, your talents and your inner resources, which is the 5 of Earth, manipulation. So take this as you will, pile number ones, but I feel like you all, and this isn't in a bad way. You because look, when you think about the magician, you tend to think about manipulation, right? Sometimes you need to manipulate things in order to make them, right? In order to make them do what you want. I get that's the whole idea of manipulation, right? I feel like you're able to see through manipulation. You're able to see through it and even play along with it. That's what I'm getting, pile number ones. You're able to see through the smoke and mirrors of manipulation. And you can see really quickly when someone's like trying to manipulate you and you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. And you might even play along with it for some time. But like I said, when it came to the mother of fire, you are very objective and you're very aware. So even when someone thinks that they're manipulating you, they're not. It's either A, you're letting them, or B, you're trying to see, well, what is this person's intention on this, them trying to reconfigure me, or them trying to bend me and mold me in this type of way, or, play the puppet master. What are their intentions? Because like I said, even with like Pisces energy, or like, this is definitely Pisces energy. Some of you all might be Pisces, because even this moon card is in Pisces. And then we have the mother of Seas, which is a Pisces card. So some of you, not everyone, of course, could be sun sign, sun, moon, or ascending, or have a lot of Pisces in your chart, right? And people think, and there's a lot of Scorpio energy in this reading too. People might think that you're very malleable, you're very gullible, they could get over on you, but they can't, because I think they fail to realize how intuitive you are. So maybe things might kind of go over your head initially, but you always catch on, and you're usually being nudged immediately to when something is trying to kind of pull the wool over your eyes. It's just whether or not do you want to accept it at that time, because you're usually way ahead of people when it comes to that. But it's whether do you want to see or do you not want to see, to my Pisces. I think you guys will get that. But if you're not a Pisces, I just feel like you have a sixth sense of knowing when someone's manipulating you, and that's your talent. And it's either like you play along for a little bit to just see like what's their motive, like why are they doing this, I'm curious, and you kind of just, you're tight-lipped about it, right? But then if it's like crazy, or if it's like, oh, okay, well, this isn't fun anymore, or this person has lost their mind, then you're like, oh, okay, I'm not doing this, and I'm gonna call them out, and they're, yeah. So in the how others see you, we have Kali, which is death. You might have just like vanished off the face of the earth, right? So people might see that you're very like, it's almost like you have the power to give life and quote unquote take it. And I mean that proverbially. Hello? Okay? We're all humans and we all have godlike capabilities, but I mean that proverbially, right? So when I say that proverbially, I mean like Kali, you can give people energy, right? You give people the energy that they need, but also with your presence, when you leave, your presence is felt that it has left the building. That's what I mean. In how others see you, right? So you could have this very vibrant, energetic aura, right? Energy body. And when you're there, oh man, people can feel it and it helps them, even just by being in proximity to you, pile number ones. But when you're gone, it's lights out. It's lights out, okay? And some of you all might have in your big three Pisces and Scorpio, okay? Or a lot of Pisces and Scorpio in your chart. So that's why I feel like when it comes to Scorpios, you can feel their presence. You might not know who they are or what they do or whatever, but you can feel their presence when they walk in a room, so to speak, right? With the hopes and fears position, we have the Empress Kian Yin. Some of you all could be thinking about babies, right? And maybe you had never thought of babies. Maybe you have never thought about giving birth or becoming a mother or becoming a father. But now you're thinking about it. And I feel like this has something to do with the cycles in your life. Yeah, I feel like this has something to do with the cycles in your life and whether or not you're ready to like. It's funny, I was watching this Rihanna interview and she was like, having a baby is not like a new chapter in a book. It's a whole new book, right? And I was like, dang, that's a really good observation. That's a really good way of putting it. So I feel like you're about to, and obviously this will only apply to some of you. So if you've been thinking about like birth and babies and conception and things like that, whether male or female, whether, however you identify, I feel as if you're really considering it for the first time seriously now. Like whether you've never wanted kids or whether you have you never really considered it. I think you're kind of considering it now due to the cycle of life that you're in. And that's going to be for some of you. Now, for others, your hopes and your fears is about your abundance, your creativity, right? And I feel like your hopes and your fears is, yes, I want abundance. Yes, I want to have an abundant, beautiful, art-filled life, right? So with beauty that surrounds me at almost every waking moment. But I feel like in the fear aspect, you're like, when is it going to come? It's almost like you've been waiting for so long, right? And it's almost like, how long do I have to wait for this? Is it my time? Is it my cycle? Is it my period? And I feel like it is your time, right? So in the outcome position, we have the 7 of C's with denial. Another, this might be net. This is Venus in Scorpio. So in the outcome position, I feel like because we're in Scorpio season, you could be a little afraid of love right now with Venus in Scorpio, right? You could actually have a lot of options and a lot of suitors and you're like, I don't have time for this, and just in the mere depiction of this card, like, I do not have time for this, like, and I feel like you're saying this because there's so much going on in your life right now with this Chariot energy. You're moving at full steam ahead, and maybe you have kind of like settled into yourself, and then now these suitors want to come now these options want to come, right? And they're all gathering around you, and you're almost like in a state of denial that this is happening in the first place, right? Oh, you know what's intense, y'all? We have Pisces on top of Scorpio and then Pisces on top of Scorpio again. So this could be a Scorpio coming into your life. Doesn't have to be. But it's something with Pisces and Scorpio. It's an interesting dynamic. It really is. But yeah, so let's pull some more cards. I'm going to pull some Black Moon Astrology cards. I missed you guys on Halloween. I really wanted to do a reading, but I just wasn't able to. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number one's clear, concise, accurate messages. Clear, concise, accurate messages, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones. What do they need to know right now? Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones for this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones. I want to pick this card, and I want to pick this card. One more card, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number ones for this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And this card just wants to come out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Pisces, I believe, card number 24 is a moon. The moon is definitely in Taurus right now. It can be in Pisces. That's so strange. Card number 24, Pisces, I believe. So I feel like this might have to do with your belief systems, pile number ones. Your belief systems could be changing. Like I was talking to you all about like that Empress card and the cycles in your life. You're growing up, you're maturing, right? So I feel like the things that you have once believed, they could be shifting, okay? We have card number 45, part of fortune increase. So you're going to be seeing an increase of abundance of energy in your life very soon. Let's see, we have, you can't make this up. Card number 40, water element sensing. This is where this Pisces and Scorpio energy was coming from. And we have Cancer energy with the Chariot. So some of you all's grand trine, like your big three, could all be water, right? You are sensing, what did I say about Pisces being very perceptive and intuitive as well? Like people can't really pull the wool over your eyes unless you let them. In general, you don't even have to be a Pisces for this to happen, but more so, I will say Pisces or water signs, because it's almost like we feel what's lurking. We always feel what's lurking. So with the water element sensing, you've been sensing something coming into your life rather quickly for quite some time now. Listen to it and look at this, baby. Card number 49, Jupiter return benefits. Yeah, so there's going to be abundance coming into your life very, very soon, pile number ones. Okay, look, we already have the part of fortune increase for 45, and these are all card number 40. So I feel like also, and you know, take this as you will, but you're preparing for things like 10 years in the future, maybe something around the 40s. If any of you all are 40 years old or in your 40s, you might know what's happening here. Maybe you could offer some advice to people who haven't yet turned this age about, you know, what this entails. Because I feel like you have had the age 40 in your mind a lot, or like even just maturing. That could be 30. Like if you're 20, it could be 30. If you're 15, which I hope you're not, because you shouldn't be watching this video, I don't think. This could be 25, you know. But yeah, in the comments, if anyone is 40 or over the age of 40, please offer wisdom or words of encouragement for people who haven't made it to that age yet, because I know it's beautiful, and I know as time and technology goes by, we're just having more and more life, you know. So I love that. I love that. And I feel like with the whole Pisces, I believe at the bottom of this deck, you're changing your belief system about age in general and about how aging will affect you. And I feel like you're embracing it, you know, hence you becoming more mature. Okay, so with that being said, pile number ones, I love you so much. I know this was a long reading, so thank you for bearing with me. I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this flower agate, okay, which says it protects from fear, self-doubt, nurtures dreams, goals, and self-growth. I love this. So a lot of you all are progressing in life, whether you realize this or not, okay? I'm gonna put your crystal right here. And you also chose the Herb Crafter's Tarot, which I think is interesting because this is the flower agate. This was not intentional. I was not like, oh, let me put the flower agate here with the Herb Crafter's Tarot. I didn't think that at all. But, you know, I guess subconsciously I did. So yeah, so again, with the flower agate saying protects from fear, self-doubt, nurtures dreams, goals, and self-growth, I have a feeling that you're not going to let your fear stop you. You're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. Pile number 2s with this flower agate. It's really pretty too. It's almost like a fossil. It looks like a fossil to me. So yeah, so let's begin. Let's pull 10 cards. I'm gonna use my magic wand today. Okay, I don't think have I pulled this out on you guys yet? I don't know. I made it in 2020. So during the pandemic, it's like, what else was there to do, right? So it has like malachite and green Swarovski crystals on it. So I'm gonna use this. Thank you, God, thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 2's clear, concise, accurate messages on who they're becoming post this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2's in regards to who are they becoming post this full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So I'm gonna pull 10 cards, or the ones that pop out. Okay. We have 2 of air with chicory, which is a 2 of swords. If you all want to fast forward it until I'm done, you know, the cards are done coming out, you can. Okay, thank you. Ace of water, lovely. Plantain, 10. With the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10, kitchen garden. I'm not doing reversals today. Telling me more, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2's. Who are they becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? 7 of earth. Tell us more, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. You have the 3 of fire. You're definitely expanding pile number 2's. Could be traveling a lot too. Okay. Curandera of fire, which is the king of wands. We have the 2 of water, which is 2 of cups. Tell us more. Thank you. Oh, wow. We have card number 3, the empress with rose. Two more cards, Spirit. Who is our pile number 2's becoming? Thank you. One more card. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So let's align these. So y'all, this is gorgeous. Okay, so y'all got 2 cards, the lovers and the 10 of cups. So whew, this is really great. Really, really great. Okay. And we have card number 20, Awakening with Tulsi. Okay, so this is the Judgment card. Put right here. Okay, pile number 2's. Let's begin your reading. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's begin your reading. Pile number 2's. All right, so sorry. Just kind of create some space for y'all to see the cards comfortably. Okay, so we're going to do the Celtic cross spread, beginning with this card, ending with this card. So in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have the 2 of air with chicory. So I feel like you are kind of like in this, you know, when it comes to the 2 of air, the 2 of swords, it talks about stalemate. It talks about having cohesion with your heart and your mind, right? So I feel like you are asking, praying, searching for alignment with the choices that you make as it pertains to your heart and your mind, right? So for example, you could be like, maybe you want to change careers. That's just a very basic example. But let's say you want to change careers and you really want to do the things that you love, but hey, you know, living, it costs money. So you're like, I still need to make money. So you see how that could be a heart and mind kind of like decision. My heart is telling me I want to do this very artistic career that I'll find fulfillment in. But my mind is telling me that I need to survive, right? So in order to survive, I have to work, you know? That's how I know that's what would flow through my mind, right? But I feel like right now your heart and your mind are coming together. You could be in a very meditative state, asking the pertinent questions that you want answered, right? And at the bottom of that, we have the curandera of fire with Demiana. And this person is also going to their altar to ask, to, you know, enrich themselves, right? And this altar is so beautiful. So they could be praying to their ancestors, angels, guides, God, spirit, source, energy, whatever. They could be praying to get that cohesion of heart and mind, like get their heart and their mind aligned, right? Heart and mind alliance. So I feel like that's where you're at right now. Pile number 2s, and in relation to something that means a lot to you. Something that means a lot to you, because I feel like you wouldn't go out of your way to do all this if whatever it is that you're asking about didn't mean a lot to you. Now, this could be a person, or this could be a connection, is what I want to say. In the crossing energy, or the blockage / challenge position is the Ace of Water, which is the heart, right? Which is literally the heart. And it's emotion. It's emotion, and it has something to do with a connection, right? So I feel like there's a lot of 2s here as well. So this could have something to do with like a pair, obviously, a couple, a connection. But again, I feel like you're really trying, your heart could be a little blocked right now because of what has happened in a previous connection, right? So who you are becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus is, I feel like you're opening up your heart again, or you're asking spirit, you're asking the Most High, you're asking your angels, ancestors, and guides to please open my heart again. I want to be able to love. I want to be able to make the right decisions that is in alignment with my heart. Pile number 2s, okay? In the conscious goal position, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Kitchen Garden, card number 10. I feel like you want it all. I feel like you want to feel like you're back on top of your game again. And I feel like maybe at a certain point, maybe even in the recent past, you could have felt knocked off of your pedestal, pile number 2s, with the Empress Rose being at the bottom of this, right? Could have just felt a little knocked off of your pedestal, like, ouch, you know? You could have took a loss in something, right? But the conscious goal is to get back on top, or at least the feeling of that, right? And I feel like you do want it all. With the Kitchen Garden, look at all these beautiful herbs that are here. That's actually a really beautiful mandala to do in a garden, by the way. But yeah, look at all these herbs here that are just cohesive and that go together and that tie into each other very beautifully, right? And you could be looking for that right now. Maybe this isn't a person or a connection. You could be looking for the person or the connection or the thing that ties into your life just seamlessly and effortlessly and beautifully, right? So in the, I think this is the unknown influence position. Yeah. In the unknown influence position, we have the 7 of Earth. So 7 of Earth is all about assessment. It's all about deliberation. It's all about taking your time to really find out what you really want, right? Or how much you're willing to invest in something, right? Have I done all that I can do in a situation? Should I work on something else? Or should I try to continue to work on what I've been working for however long to see if it could still grow a little more? You know what I mean? So it's all about like assessment in regards to how you're investing your time, your energy, right? And what you're investing your time and your energy into. So I feel like you're doing this even unconsciously, like at a subconscious level. And with Temperance, you're giving yourself this time. You're giving yourself the time and the grace to do this, right? Teas could be very pertinent in your life right now. Even like the ritual of tea making, right? I feel like you really do want to be surrounded by beauty right now. And this could be because of this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, right? Taurus is all about richness in every aspect of life, right? So wanting to be surrounded by beauty and prosperity and love and indulge the senses, right? So in the past influence position, we have the 3 of fire with Calendula. So I feel like you have expanded, right? You have been you have experienced being maybe even outside of your comfort zone. Because when I think of expansion, it's amazing. We're learning, we're developing, we're cultivating this new sense of ourselves, but it could get uncomfortable at times, right? And this could have been with a lover, this could have been with a connection, or this could be with a very important decision. Because I feel like the how can you put it? The introduction to the lovers is the 2 of air, because it's all about decision making. This is making a decision in the moment. This is making a decision that you might need to take some time to make, right? So I feel like in the past, you could have really maybe traveled to someone or something, or you could have really expanded your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit when it came to a connection, okay? Or if it wasn't a connection, which I think it is because we do have the 2 of cups here. If it wasn't a connection, an experience, right? A path. So in the we have the curandera of fire in the approaching influence, okay? So there could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that is coming into your life. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but I feel like it could be that, right? Or you could be expanding your rituals when it comes to your spirituality, okay? As you can see, this person is praying at this altar, and you can tell that they mean business, right? But look at how lush the altar is. Look at how beautiful the altar is. In the inner resources / talents position, we have the 2 of water. So I feel like you really consult with yourself a lot, pile number 2s. You're your own best friend. You really are. You have that capacity to be, whether you would, articulate it as that or not. You have the capacity to be your own best friend. I feel like because you're so filled with love for self and others that you don't mind being your own best friend. You're filled to the brim. So maybe if you are looking for love, pile number 2s, make room in your cup, right? So pour out some of that self-love and make room to, if you want someone else around, right? So we have, how people see you, we have the Empress. People see like you have it all. People see that you have it all. You're beautiful. You're relaxed. You're almost like queen-like. The Empress is the queen of all the queens. So you're well taken care of. You're well maintained, right? People see that in you, and they love that about you, okay? They see that you're your own best friend. They see you don't really need a lot of external validation because you give the validation that you need to yourself. In hopes and fears, we have temperance with camellia. I think that's a T, obviously. So I feel like you could be a little bored with the moderation that's been in your life right now, okay? Hopes and fears. Your hopes is that, you're alchemizing your life. Life is as what you want it to be. And I feel like your fears is that, like, how long is this going to take? Am I just staying in the same place? Am I running in place, so to speak, right? Because when it comes to the temperance card, it talks about static energy and how it's a time for patience, right? And it's a time for, like, taking things kind of slowly and healing. But in your hopes, I feel like you're kind of ready to be healed. You're like, I'm done with healing. Like, I've healed. How much healing do I need, So in the outcome position, this is what I was excited about. not only, 2 cards came out for y'all. Not only do we have the Lovers, but we have the Ten of Cups. So if this is about a love relationship or a romance, whoever's coming in is like your person. They're going to make you extremely happy. You're going to make them extremely happy. And it's almost like they align with your head and your heart. So logically speaking, they make sense, and you really love this person, or you really have the capability to love this person, and vice versa. I think that's really beautiful. And I feel like your life is going to be endowed with like color and prosperity and, you know, just illuminated because of the how you've joined with this person, right? And oh my gosh, I don't think we even touched on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like this epiphany or this resurgence or this reconciliation or this revival of this love. Okay, so this could be a person from the past. If this is a person, if this is a connection. If not, this is this is spirit from which you have asked, right? Asking it is given. This is spirit giving you this gift, giving you this revival, giving you what you've been asking for. So, yeah. All right, so let's see. Let's pull some Black Moon Astrology card. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 2's clear, concise, accurate messages. For who are they becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? So ultimately, you all are becoming very... It's like, it's interesting. I feel like there's no one answer to who you all are becoming, because this was a very swift, very like just effortless reading. But if I was to choose who you're becoming, would be in the center, and it's this person who is fulfilled inside and out, mind, body, and spirit, you know? This person who seemingly has it all, you know? Tell us more, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 2's during this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Okay, so I'm going to choose this card. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2's. Okay, that card and one more card. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2's. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. And this one. Boom. You can't make this up. We have Taurus. I have card number 14. Some of you all might be Tauruses, right? Obviously, some of you all might have a lot of Taurus highly aspected in your chart. So I'm getting sitting pretty. You could just be sitting pretty, and like almost things kind of happen to you or for you. You know what I mean? Like things just happen. You're like, okay. So we have card number 52 with Void of Course, Moon missing. So I feel like something's going to come back in your life that you felt was missing. That's it. Look, we have card number 37, Fire Element Desire, right? So this could be a manifestation that you've been working on for quite some time, pile number 2's. And like I said, oh my goodness, you can't make this ish up. It's what you've been praying for. It's your desire and what you've been praying on that's coming in full steam ahead. Okay? Sheesh. And this is maybe heart and mind alliance, right? Maybe heart and mind alignment as well. Okay? So person, place, or a thing, fit it how it fits in for you, because it might not be a person. It might be a huge decision. It might be a huge opportunity, right? But it's coming in. OMG, you can't make this up. I'm getting too excited right now. Card number 7, Jupiter Abundance. Yeah, living in the lap of luxury. And I mean that like however it is that you deem luxurious, what you deem luxurious, what you deem as, you know, what is fitting for you in that description. Pile number 2's, I love this. Heck yeah. And we have Taurus. This is a very auspicious card to get in any reading. So this is literally that. Yeah, people really feel like, dang, this person has it all. This person has it all. How did they do it? Okay. It's interesting. We don't have the magician here, but I feel like you're a master manifester, pile number twos. You're a master manifester. I know this reading was super short, but like, come on. What else is there? This is a beautiful reading. You're about to hit a lot of prosperity in a lot of different avenues in your life, okay? So with that being said, my lovely dreamy dreamers, I love you so much, pile number twos. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who will best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, my dreamy dreamers, I love you so much. I also have a surprise for you all. Are you all interested in like tarot journals? Because I'm interested in making them. So put in the description box below if that would be something that you'd be interested in seeing from the Crazy Dreamer Network. You know, tarot journals, products of any type. You know, I know I'm kind of just coming back after 20 days and like, you know, now like, but that's what I've been doing. So you tell me, let me know in the comments below, would you like a companion, you know, something that you can record, you know, these readings in, or if you get personal readings from me, you can also record not just these readings, YouTube readings, right? I know we all have like a certain handful of readers that we like to watch, and they're on it, right? All the readings seem like basic confirmation. So if you're interested to have like a companion, or to be able to get a companion, like not workbook, but like a tarot journal for me, put it in the description box below. Let me know if that would be something you all would be interested in, because I've been working on a lot of stuff that I just want to bring to you guys, because you know, I like them, and I'm thinking like you all might like them as well, and they've helped me on my journey. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below if that would be something that you all would be interested in. I love you so much, pile number twos, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number threes, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Labradorite crystal, one of my favorites, and it's funny because we have this eye here, and boom, it fits perfectly in the center of this deck. So let's read a little bit about Labradorite, for you. It says, strengthens intuition, forms barrier to negativity. So I feel like, is it the Hemsa? It's almost like the eye within the hand here. It's like you all are forming this barrier against negativity with that like Hemsa. I don't know if it's upside down. I don't know if it's right side up. You know, I'm not very well versed in it, but I do know that that is what popped into my mind as soon as I read that. So I feel like nothing can get you down. Nothing, no one can get you down right now. And you're very intuitive, right? Your intuition has been like enlivened or sparked. And I don't know what this has been from, but we're going to find out, okay? So in regards to who you're becoming, post this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, is someone who is very in tuned, okay, and someone who shields from negativity, and who only gives not positivity, but who radiates light and light energy in the best of ways, right? So let's pull some more cards. If you all want to fast forward, you can. I usually will kind of do a little commentary while I'm pulling the cards, but if you don't want to hear that, that's fine. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for providing pile number threes with clear, concise, accurate messages in regards to who they're becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. 10 cards, Spirit. I'm only taking the cards that pop out. I'm not doing reversals. Thank you. So, okay, so we have the Death card. Interesting, with that same eye. We have the Hangman. We have the Tower. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. We have the Four of Wands. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. I'm gonna put these cards. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. for our pile number 3s. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s. I'm going to take all these. We have the 9 of Wands, the Hierophant, beautiful. The Empress, I knew this was going to come out. This has come out. I'll get to that. We have the Mother Star. Yes, I love this. Okay. One more. Okay. And then we have Temperance. Very interesting. We have High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. All right. Okay, so pile number 3s, we're going to do the Celtic Cross. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, let me chill. So we're going to do the Celtic Cross starting at this card, ending at this card. But first, I want to address the bottom of the deck. So, bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Pile number 3s, talk about intuition, blaring, popping on a handstand, okay? We have the High Priestess here. It says secrets, dreams, wisdom, inner voice, spirit world. You're tapped in. You're tapped in, my loves. As you can see, the same skull that this High Priestess is wearing around her neck is the first card that came out. You could actually have a connection to the underworld, or why underworld? Okay, some of y'all could have a connection to the underworld, but what I really meant to say is like the ethereal world, like people who have ascended. They might be trying to get messages to you and you're like, what the heck is going on? And I feel like it's because of how tapped in you are. It's like the all-seeing eye is what I'm getting, especially with this Labradorite crystal, which would go perfectly on this skull's third eye. Excuse me. So yeah, you all are very tapped in. Even this person is wearing the headdress of the third eye, so it's eyes everywhere, child. It is eyes everywhere. We have the eye here with the tower. It's all-seeing eye, like I said. So y'all are very tapped into the spirit world right now, just case in point. So I digress. Let's move forward. So in the You Now Heart of the Matter position, we have the Death card. It says transformations, new beginning, change, ending. So I feel like there's a lot of transformation going on in your life right now. There just is. It's undeniable. You can't, you don't know really what to make of it right now, but there's a lot of new happenings coming forth, right? And at the bottom of the Death card, we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands, and it says strength. You could be wanting to speed past all this transition and new beginnings, because I felt like I kind of sped up my speech a little, because you don't want to have to deal with it. You don't want to have to linger too long in like this space, because I feel like when it comes to transformations and transitions, it can leave us feeling a little weary. We could get body aches. And I just seen 1212 on the clock for, those that means anything to. But anyways, with the Nine of Wands, it says strength, support, boundaries. Okay, so I feel like you're entering into a whole new beginning where you also need support. You need support. You need to create boundaries, because I feel like things could be draining you of your life force. And I mean like energetic wise. Things could be draining you in your life force. And maybe it's because you aren't as well equipped to deal with certain things, people, situations when they come. So I feel like you're equipping yourself. It's like you're equipping yourself by placing boundaries and by seeking the support that you need, okay, whenever that happens. So You Now position, we have the Death card. So there's a lot of transformation happening in your life, okay? You all could be Scorpios, not every single person, of course, but some of you could be Scorpios or have Scorpio highly aspected in your chart. If so, you might be interested in pile number 1 as well. But this could be due to Scorpio season. You could be fully engulfed in Scorpio season right now. Just like all the energies it fits. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. So definitely pile number 3. If you're interested in another pile, go check that out. But we have the Hangman in the excuse me, challenge/blockage position, and says waiting, rebirth, sacrifice, reflection. Interesting. This says rebirth with the Hangman. Excuse me. This says rebirth with the Hangman. I thought this said born again, but it says begin again. That's funny. So, which is kind of like the same thing. But yeah, it's like you're becoming a whole new person. You're becoming a whole new person. You're trying to tear down the person that you used to be and build yourself up back anew. You're understanding in the challenge/blockage position that this could be not detrimental. That was like the first thing that came to my head, but I don't want to say detrimental, but it could be a sacrifice, because you're going to have to make that sacrifice right now in order to do this, right? In order to gain that higher sense of self that you're looking for. In the conscious goal position, we have the Tower. Yeah, you're trying to tear everything down, because I feel like your third eye is busting. Okay, your third eye is wide open, pile number 3s, and it says destruction, enlightenment, release. You're releasing what no longer serves, and you're entering this portal of a brand new you, or that's what you want, right? So I think since the conscious goal here is the Tower, you don't mind tearing everything down in its wake, or in your wake, right? You don't mind doing that. You actually see it as beneficial, and you want to be born again. It's almost like a baptism, right? I don't know if you've been baptized through the fire, through the water, through the elements, whatever, but it's almost like you've been reborn again, or a new energy has been evoked in you. Okay. And this could be the Empress. It's like luxury, beauty, harmony, abundance, grace, fertility, love, nature, art, everything that you've ever wanted. You're tearing down the old foundation to build yourself up again as this Empress. Okay. So in the unknown influence position, we have the 4 of Wands. It says creativity, union, and freedom. So I feel like you have the freedom that you have been searching for. You could have recently, have a partnership, or have been married, and maybe you said yes, because there's a yes and a no card in this deck, and the Mother Star yes has been right underneath the 4 of Wands. So maybe you could have gotten proposed to, or you said yes to a merger or a union, or some type of project that really just helped you, made you better, or made you more fulfilled. Okay. And it's almost like you said yes without even saying yes. It was like an unspoken agreement, is what I'm getting. Like the universe, God, spirit, source, energy, the Most High, angels, ancestors, and guides said yes for you. This was something that was chosen for you, pile number 3. This is a deep reading. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Cups, love, relationship, beginnings. Yeah, you said yes to a commitment. Okay, yeah, and it's bringing you fulfillment. It's bringing you love. It's filling up your cup. In the approaching influence position, we have the 9 of Wands. This could be a Sagittarius coming into your life that might need some help or assistance or guidance. But this could also be you being able to establish boundaries where there were none, right? You have to make sure that you are able to establish the boundaries that you need, pile number 3s, because if not, it will drain you. Okay, people, places, and things will drain you. So, whatever that is, establish your boundaries, because that's what's going to strengthen you, and that's what's going to support you, is the boundaries that you set. Yeah, especially during this transformation period in your life, because I feel like the transformation in and of itself is taking a lot of energy. So you not having boundaries is what's going to hit the nail in the head, so to speak, right? Put the nail in the coffin, so to speak, when it comes to your energy. So I don't know why I'm getting a lot of energy vampires, something like that. Like, oh my gosh, what movie was it? It was like a vampire movie. They had like a skull, or they had something around their neck, and they would fill it with blood. I forgot what movie was that, but and it's like they were collecting it for energy. Or once it was filled to the top, then the stone or whatever it was that they were carrying around their neck would it like had power. That's what I'm getting with this. So I don't know if any of you all know that reference, but yeah. So that's what I'm getting with that. But long story short, in the inner resources / talent position, we have the Hierophant. It says ritual, ceremony, tradition, structure, knowledge, wisdom, teacher. You are a teacher. You do have a lot of instilled wisdom in you, and that's why people come to you, pile number 3s, when they need support, when they need guidance, when they need to feel filled up, right? You have the answers within as well. So, you know, a lot of the times when you feel like you're hanging on by a thread, so to speak, right? And you don't know what to do, go within, seek the answers from within because you have them, okay? So in how others see you, we have the Empress. People see you as just a delight, a joy. People see you as beautiful. People see you as luxurious, harmonious, abundant, graceful, you know, fertile. They see you as love, okay? You have nature, beauty, art. They just see you as like the queen of all queens. They see you for who you actually are. The queen of all queens or the king of all kings, okay? Or however you identify. It doesn't matter. People see you as having it all, and that you want to have it all. You're not afraid to rebuild after destruction at all because they know that you're fertile. So whatever you want grows abundantly in the wake of destruction. You know, it doesn't matter what happens. You can regrow it. You can rebuild it. You can redo it and it look better and it be better than what it was in the past, right? In your hopes and fears, we have the Mother Star with yes. So I feel like if there's a proposal looming, your hope is for this proposal to come into, right? And you say yes and everything is great. But I feel like your fear is also what happens after you say yes, right? What is that going to mean for your life? It's going to be a whole new, now it's going to be a whole new chapter in a book, and it's going to tell a whole different story than what you have been accustomed to in the past, right? And in the outcome position, we have Temperance, okay? So you're still healing. You're still being able to be patient about this, right? Because you know the love is there. That's not the problem. The problem isn't the love. The problem, I mean, there really isn't a problem, but the wanting to know, the grace, just giving to it is where you're like, let's just be balanced, right? It's all about balance, and that's what you're really searching for, because you know the love is there. You know that your cup is runneth over. And it's interesting because this person's eyes are closed, so they're feeling a lot right now, and they're asking Spirit, the Most High Source, for guidance, okay? So I love this pile number 3s. So we have a lot of, well, not a lot. We have like Sagittarius energy, so you all could be Sagittarius, if not, or you, not you all, but some of you could have a lot of Sagittarius energy in your chart. Others could just need a lot of healing and a lot of support right now. So let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 3s clear, concise, accurate messages. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 3s in regards to who they're becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So I think these are 2 cards. Yeah. One more card. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to our pile number 3s. Who are pile number 3s becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? Wow. We have card number 15, Gemini, I think. I feel like you have been thinking a lot. Pile number 3. A lot has been on your mind, right? This could be transformations, new beginnings, a rebirth, releasing old things that don't serve you. A lot of things that's beyond your scope of the immediate. And when I say that, I mean like subconscious things, right? With the High Priestess. But let's see. I love this. Card number 41, North Node, life's purpose. So you're on your purpose. So there's no need to worry. 4 and 1. 4 and 1 is 5. So there's a lot of change that comes with us living on purpose and us living in the scope of our purpose, right? So don't fear, you know, you're right where you need to be. Look at this. Card number 4, Venus, love. Love has definitely been on the brain, I think, for you, my lovely dreamy dreamers, okay? And the fulfillment of that love is here. And we have card number 39, air element, communicating, okay? And it's interesting. There could be a Gemini hitting you up soon. If not, someone might propose to you and you might say yes. With the 4 of Wands and then the Mother Star, yes, there's only 2 cards in this deck, and that's a yes or no. So for this to come out in this reading, you know, it could be your life's purpose to get married in this lifetime or to have like a agreed upon union in this lifetime. And I think someone's, you know, going to they might reach out to you and want that commitment with you. Obviously, it's not going to be a random stranger. It's going to be someone who you're with, if you're with someone. If not, for others, you're going to be agreeing upon this creativity and this freedom within self with the masculine and the feminine energy that's combined, okay? And it's interesting. Pile number 3 is if you are interested in any other pile, go check that pile that you were interested out of, because it's something with Scorpio and Pisces energy that's all up in these readings, okay? So check that out. But yeah, so with that being said, pile number 3s, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, and anyone who you think would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, if you all are interested in like a companion that goes with this reading, that goes with the readings that I post, or even like your favorite YouTube readers online, or even when you get personal readings from me, let me know in the comments below. And when I say companion, I mean something like a tarot journal, like journals that you can use in tandem with these readings, right? Whether they be online, whether you go get personal readings. So you can kind of like map out those readings and you could get more clarity from them, right? Even simultaneously learning tarot in the process by having a companion, which is like a tarot journal or whatever you want to call it, with you during the readings that you watch, okay? So let me know in the description box, in the comment section on whether you all are interested in that or not, because I would love to. I've been working on some stuff, so I would love to offer that to you all, my dreamy dreamers. So with that being said, I love you so much. And until next time, I'll see you in our next readings. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s. Oh, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this Amazonite heart crystal for your pile selection crystal and the Sun and the Moon Tarot deck. So in regards to who you're becoming post this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus is, I feel like you're calming your brain and your nervous system, because that's what the Amazonite heart represents. Calms the brain, calms the nervous system, and it absorbs electromagnetic pollution. So I feel like you're detoxifying, if anything, right? You're detoxifying mind, body, and spirit, okay? So I love that. I'm going to put that here. So yeah, let's begin with your reading to find out who you're becoming post this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 4 clear, concise, accurate messages for who they're becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. And remember, this is the last lunar eclipse for the next 8 years, the last full lunar eclipse. Okay. Okay, so we have the Prince of Swords. I'm pulling 10 cards. It's funny because I want to say something, but it's like it's hard to come out. It's like cat's got my tongue or something like that. So you could be experiencing that. And this only happened in this pile. And then as soon as I said that, my heater came on. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you. Oh yeah, but I'm gonna pull 10 cards, do the Celtic cross, and I won't be pulling reversals. Tell us more, Spirit. Who is pile number 4 becoming after this full lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus? Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Who are pile number 4s becoming? One more card. Thank you. All right, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so this totally makes sense. So pile number 4s, off bat, I feel like you're shedding a lot of disappointment. Whatever, like you're letting disappointment roll off of your back. And I know that might sound odd or interesting, but that's just what I'm getting. At the bottom of the deck here, we have 5 of Cups with disappointment. I feel like you're letting sleeping dogs lie, so to speak. And whatever disappointment that you have experienced in the past, you're taking it on the chin and you're saying, look, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I'm just going to move forward with the things that I have left, right? So some of you could have experienced some disappointment in the past, but I feel like that's what you're healing from, and that's what you're detoxifying from, is the identification of that disappointment, okay? So that was just off bat, okay? So let's begin with the Celtic cross. I'll list off your cards and then we'll begin with the reading. So we have the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands with strength. We have the Moon card, 4 of Cups with luxury, Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. We have the 9 of Pentacles with gain. We have the 4 of Swords with truce. Exactly. We have the 8 of Pentacles with prudence. We have the 3 of Pentacles with works. And we have the 8 of Wands with swiftness. So let's start with let's start with card number 1 in the you now heart of the matter position. Okay, we have the Prince of Swords. So I feel like you are ready to shed whatever it is that's been going on, or this disappointment. You're ready to just like steer clear from it. And you're running towards what gives to you instead of what doesn't, right? With the 9 of Pentacles gain. You could also be running towards yourself finally, right? Doing the work, doing whatever inspires you personally, right? With the Prince of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles with gain. I feel like you're running towards success right now, and independently so, okay? In the challenge / blockage position, we have the 9 of Wands with strength. So I feel like at times you could be feeling like, initially I wanted to say your own like weight, like your own body weight, or you could be feeling like the weight of the world. And I don't know why I wanted to say that, but I feel like your own strength. You could be feeling your own strength. That's what I wanted to say. So I feel like also pile number 4s in the past, what has created this disappointment was your lack of boundaries, right? With the 9 of Wands speaks about boundaries and having them in place. And I feel like you might have a challenge, and it's naturally, to not creating strong boundaries. And I don't know if you have Pisces placements in your charts or whatever, but I know Pisces placements, they have Pisces, I feel like that's their mission in life is to create good boundaries, because Pisces don't tend to have the best boundaries because they're very loving, accepting, and understanding. So I feel like they don't really seek to be understood. I feel like Pisces might be a little misunderstood, and that's like, okay, it comes with the territory. But I feel like they seek to understand others and themselves a lot. So they don't really create these boundaries in which is healthy for them to do so. Okay, so watch out for that. In the conscious goal position, we have the moon. So I feel like you are torn between two sides of yourself. And this is interesting because this moon card is representing Pisces energy. So I don't know if the moon, if you have a Pisces moon pile number 4, or you have a lot of Pisces highly aspected in your chart. It's interesting because in all the piles, or in the majority of the piles, I won't say all the piles, Pisces Scorpio energy has been coming up a lot. So you could be feeling very watery, feeling very emotional, okay? And you're really trying to delve into why, what's making you feel like that, okay? So I feel like you're becoming more, you're sensing your emotions now, pile number 4s, which is a good thing. You know, it's good to be in tune with your emotions, but not get carried away, right? So in the unknown influence position, we have the 4 of Cups luxuries. I feel like you have so many options that are available to you. It's like, how can I carry all of these, right? And it could be options in work when it comes to the 3 of Pentacles, or with whom you work with, right? Or who you give your time to. I feel like your work could be producing a lot of luxurious opportunities to you as well. Okay. So in the past influence position, we have the Prince of Wands. And it's interesting because this Prince of Wands is looking at this 4 of Cups. They're looking at this 4 of Cups distracted, because they should be going straight. The Lion's ready to go straight, but they're looking at this 4 of Cups like, oh, wow. You know, who are they? So in the past, maybe you could have been a little distracted, right? With the Prince of Wands, not knowing what you wanted, kind of looking in everyone else's direction instead of, you know, what's in front of you, right? Could have been dealing with not so mature fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well. Maybe this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius has been distracted when it comes to you. And look, fire and water. But what I'm getting is also, pile number 4 is the masculine energy within you could be distracted by the feminine energy within you as well. And the femininity getting offered all this abundance, all this being offered all these things. And your masculine energy is like, what are you doing, right? Like, you need to pick up the pace. Where your feminine energy is like, I'm resting in my femininity right now, right? But your masculine energy is like, come on. We need to get to work. And I feel like that's what could have happened in the past, is you could have been a little distracted by shiny object syndrome, or whatever is the case, right? In the approaching influence position, we have the 9 of Pentacles with gain. So you're going to be back on top of your stuff very soon, pile number 4s, okay? I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity, a lot of luxury. And maybe you just had kind of like this little, like a pitfall or something like that, right? And it could be coming in very quickly and swiftly for you, okay? In the inner resources / talents position, we have the 4 of Swords. You know when to say, okay, enough is enough. Let me rest. Let me recalibrate my energy and things of that nature. You know when to say enough is enough and let me rest. Okay, with the 4 of Swords, with truce. You know when to call it truce when it becomes too overburdened. That's all. It's like you're feeling like the weight of the world, or like you're feeling like your body weight, or you're feeling your own strength finally again, right? But this comes with creating boundaries too, because sometimes you feel like, yes, I can do this, and you know, I can do this, but then once you're done with it, you're depleted. So that's in lies the boundaries that you create for yourself, pile number excuse me, pile number 4s, create these boundaries so you won't be so exhausted to where it's like, let me lie down. You know. So yeah, but in your inner resources and talents position, you know when to call it truce. You know when to say, okay, enough is enough. I have to take this break, or else I will feel broken or be broken. And that we're not getting to that position. Okay. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles, with prudence being in the how other people see you, people see that you're working on yourself, you're working on your craft, you're picking up a lot of extra work right now, okay? Whether this be with yourself or with the things that you're doing. People see that you're prudent in what it is that you're doing and who it is that you're becoming in the process, right? Also with Taurus energy, like I said earlier, Tauruses will work hard so that they can be lazy, so that they can rest, right? So I feel like that's kind of where you're headed at right now too, but you might be torn between two different aspects of work, right? You could be working hard on one avenue and kind of letting the other kind of slip, and I feel like you're trying to find that balance. And your hopes and your fears, we have the Three of Pentacles with works. Exactly. You want to work, but I feel like you don't want to get so overwhelmed by work in which you find yourself burnt out. You're really not with burning out at all. And I feel like you're catching yourself before you burn out, pile number 4s. But it's like you don't want too much time to lapse in between. You know what I'm saying? Rest and getting back up with working. So it's like, don't stop. You could pause. You could take a break, but don't stop. But here, I feel as if you don't want these breaks to be too long either, right? And in the outcome position, we have the Eight of Wands. So something is coming in very swiftly and succinctly for you. This could be a message from a kind of like a younger fire sign, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but something's coming in for you very swiftly, or you're being protected or guarded from something. You're using your power and your strength to create this swift, I don't know, this, how can I put it, this swiftness of energy within you with the Eight of Wands. So this could be communication. This could just be energy in the etheric realm that's kind of like coming in towards you, telling you to pick up the pace as well, okay? But whatever it is coming in quickly. So I know this was a really short reading, but you know, the messages just came in like that. So let's pull some more cards for your advice, guidance, and wisdom in regards to who pile number 4 is becoming during this full lunar eclipse. Okay, in the sign of Taurus. So we have card number 40 with card number 40 with water element sensing. And then look, we have card number 44, solar eclipse revolution. This card represents Sagittarius, and it's interesting because I think we just had a solar eclipse. Like, we're in an eclipse season, and we just had a solar eclipse. Was it in the sign of Libra, or I can't remember what sign that the solar eclipse was in. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages, advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 4s. Okay, this one wanted to come out. We have card number 6, Saturn Truth. So I feel like a lot of, look, card number 19, Libra, balance. I balance. So yeah, you're finding a lot of balance right now in what it is that you need to be doing versus the things that can maybe hold off, right? Pile number 4s. I feel like I keep getting like you're trying to recalibrate your life right now. Card number 40, water element sensing. Your intuition could be really speaking to you to pay attention to your boundaries. I keep getting that, to your energy levels as well. Card number 44, solar eclipse revolution, because you're changing. You're changing, you're rearranging, out with the old, in with the new. And there are substantial changes as well. And card number 6, Saturn Truth, a lot of truths that maybe you have repressed or suppressed are coming to the surface, and now you're trying to balance them out with your life right now, right? But you are changing and rearranging yourself, pile number fours. So you're getting to your truth as well. You know, you're telling people who you are, how to treat you, and in what ways you like to work, right? And that could be your truth, is like, I like to work, but I have to have the energy to work. So you're figuring out, you're balancing out your energy so that you could actually do what you love, because this could be health, this could be in regards to health, and you obtaining the energy that you need in order to, through health, right? So that could be through daily walking, eating properly, eating balanced, healthy meals, so that you will have the energy to do the things that you love once more, right? So with that being said, pile number fours, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're patient with me. With that being said, if you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, and friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided today. If you all are interested in like a tarot journal companion so that you can tabulate or record your readings, whether it be my readings here on the Crazy Dreamer Network, whether it be other readings that you frequent on YouTube, whether it be our personal readings, you could use the Tarot Journal Companion for anything. Let me know down in the comments if that's something that you all would be interested in from me, because I've been having some ideas and have been working on things and really rearranging the Crazy Dreamer Network so to better help and better aid in our community that we've set up here. Okay, so that's kind of partially why I've been, you know, kind of absentee, because I've been working on other facets of the Crazy Dreamer Network for you all, really, really honestly for you guys, because I really want to make this channel community based and just offer you guys resources, right? So let me know in the comments section below if that's something you all would be interested in seeing from me. But with that being said, my dreamy dreamers, I love you all so much, and until next time, take care, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.